Hello again, and welcome to another Brothers War draft. This time not a strong first pack, no bomb rare, no nothing, no premium commons, unless the Blast Runner can be a premium common, but only in a certain archetype. That is not always that easy to draft, so I'm not going to speculate on that and pick it first. The safest picks here are something like a Bushwhack. Maybe a battery better because it can be very strong in this certain kind of deck, although the blue-green combination is maybe the weakest, but I have still had good success with it, especially if you have battery barriers. That's totally a winning deck, so that's a thing. You could maybe even take a chromatic star here, but I have to make up my mind now. Should I take the most fun card? This could be the most powerful one, also a one I'm just gonna abandon if blue-green won't be open. Yeah, I don't think I care about Bushwhack that much. I'm gonna take the battery barrier, and then I'm just, able to, of course, abandon it if something else comes up. Now there's a Feldon, which is, in my opinion, a good card in aggressive red decks, which is most red decks. But since I took the battery barrier, I think I just should take the very good green 2-drop. There's Burnished Heart, which, not that amazing. Well, this good as well, but I mean, let's follow the first pick if there's no clear, a clearly more powerful card from some other color than blue or green. And this pack certainly doesn't have. The Algorithm Sprite is totally a card you want to always have multiple copies of in any of your green decks. Okay. I still don't really see any reason to deviate from my lane here. Corrupt is something I would sometimes want to pick a fairly early corrupt from a weak pack and try to see if mono black could be a thing, because this is really good when all your lands are swamps. But here the pick is gonna be the clear cutter. It's actually going to, if I don't prototype it, it will give me a card with the battery barrier. You definitely want to have a little bit of focus on artifacts that cost 6 or more when you have a battery barrier in your deck. And this is of course going to into the same kind of deck that has a battery barrier, blue-green ramp. On turn 3 it's a totally a reasonable play. And there are stuff I could get back from this pack, like a Bulwark, Machine of Matter, Haywire Might. Yep, hopefully I can keep this lane here, and it seems like I can. There is a Scrapwork Mat and also very good mono-red card, and of course the card that combines well with the um, artifact-heavy red builds. But how about my actual pick? Because I think it is gonna be the Steel Seeker. It could be at Mat, but the Steel Seeker is gonna be good if I find some of those Argots and Opportunists, and of course I'm planning to have a bunch of prototype artifacts too if possible. Yeah, this is a card that can be really good in the deck that has many artifacts, but Mat is definitely a pickable card here too. Okay, Tokasia Dixite Mentor. If I'm gonna play blue-green, I might be able to splash the white. 4/3 creatures you control have Vigilance and Surveil 1 without paying any mana. There's also an Echo Wellspring, which is gonna be good if I have, Power Stone or Might Stones animations. But I think I'm gonna go with Tokasia here. It's an interesting rare, and I might find some, splashing options easily with these colors. Citadel Stalwart, Energy Refractor. I think I have already passed at least one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Of course, I do have only one blue card here, but I haven't really seen any reason to move away from blue. Definitely the battery barrier is a reason to stay blue if it's possible. And yeah. Audacity I like, but maybe not in this deck, really. I like it in green, white and green, red a lot more. You could take the Power Stone Prodigy. It's not that great, but it's fine. You could take Shoot Down, which I consider a sideboard card, but it's still a card I don't mind having. Yeah, I don't think I like the Ursa that much. Just a 3 mana 1/3, so bad stat line, and looting is still costing you mana, and yeah, I'm gonna take the shoot down. Okay, I got the Hava Might. This is not the same Might I saw earlier, because this is pick 7. Now that's definitely a reasonable option. You could take a Tau Worker. You could also observe that white might be a little bit more open, and then, well, for example, blue isn't really open here. But yeah, I don't really like the Pole Bearer. I'm not sure the Gilded Lotus is the kind of card. I guess it can also help me cast or to activate the triggered ability here. Should I take the Might still? It's gonna be better more often. Hey, I'm gonna still take the Lotus. Maybe I can make like a 10-10 trambles with this deck. Okay, I'm going to take the Evolving Wilds now. Helps with the splash. You don't have to have access to double white to make this card worth playing. I can have one place in my deck and now I can play the Tokazi. Now I do understand my blue is really not that plentiful here, but I kind of hope that blue will be in my deck in the end, because I haven't really seen any reason to move to white. Well, I guess I could have moved to white, but there wasn't really anything super strong there. I'm gonna take here the 2-drop if I need a 2-drop. That at least functions as such. Okay, Burnished Heart can be now played. And there's a Bulwark, which I think is the best option out of this. I will be a late game deck, so let's take the good blocker. I actually like it more than the Honor Guard here, and I'm gonna take another of those. Just, late game focus. Archaeologist. I could even play a Firebomb, I guess, in this deck. I don't have a lot of non-creatures, so I'm actually gonna take the Firebomb instead. I already have 2 defensive options there. Demolisher, Power Plant Worker. Yeah, let's take the Worker. Who knows, maybe I can make the Power Plant trio work in this deck. Okay, well, that's an easy pick. If you watched my previous video, this card saw some action there. And I'm already, even splashing white, most likely. Yeah, so I can even activate the soldier producing ability. But even without access to white, this is just a bonkers card. So let's take it here and move on. Ursa's Command, well, that's a reason to be blue. There's also a Sprite Drum. I think the command is still quite good. I mean, it's not the most amazing thing, but it is just a 4 mana card. It's also instant, and the -2 -0 can sometimes really save you. And the default mode of getting, construct and the card is not bad, especially in this deck, which is likely to have a lot of artifacts. So I'm gonna take it, and with this I'm gonna be, main color blue-green instead of just splashing for blue. Alright, another Bulwark. I don't think I need to pick it that early, but am I going to take something like a Mistress Bubble over it? I really don't plan to play the power, the Ursa's trio of cards. They are so, mildly useful by themselves. I hope to get some better, expensive artifacts than the Power Plant Worker as well. So maybe I'm taking the Mistress Bubble here this time. It's always gonna be a reasonable card. I have a full playset of these, so I don't need to pick it for collection purposes at all. Am I gonna take Guy's Gift? The Air Marshal is not gonna go to this deck. I'm gonna take the gift. Yep, all the bulwarks are here. Well, I can actually just go really deep with the bulwarks. I'm gonna cut the Anagad already. So how does the deck look like now? Very weird, but hey, could be very fun too. I actually don't want to play the Power Plant Worker, so I'm gonna cut it for now. I do hope to get, those, what's that common that could be a 10-10 Trample Reach if you pay 10 mana for it, because I have the Gilded Lotus, the Clear Cutter, because if you cast this for 6, it can tap for a lot of mana, and also the Burnished Heart can ramp into it, and of course the Battery Bearer beyond the battlefield allows me to have even access to 10 mana for artifact spells, so I definitely want to have the whatever the card's name is. Okay, so let's see. There's an Argiven Avenger which I'm gonna take. It's also gonna trigger the card draw from the Battery Barrier Adaptive Automaton is good in, some soldier decks, but this is obviously not going to. I have a 3. The most common creature type has 3 copies only, so this is easy pick. Fate from History. Yeah, it is. Fate from. It is definitely a sideboard card, but it's actually going to kill too many of my guys. I'm just gonna take the Depth Charge Colossus. This can be prototyped for 6 mana, another way to draw a card, and this deck can maybe even get to the 9 mana rather easily. So let's take it. You could have taken the Death Touch, the Holding Recluse too. Okay, there's the Rust Goliath. This I want to have also. Alright, so now I have a lot of things to ramp to, so now I need to kind of just finish off my early game, but with triple Bulwark, I'm not too sad about it. Also, there is the... Okay, the Clear Cutter is already on the 3-drop slot. This could be a 5-drop. This is fine. Oh, there is the Arbalest Engineer is still not picked by anyone. I mean, it can even create a Power Stone for me, but sadly I don't have any other way to really just blast than the Evolving Wilds and the Lotus, so I think here I'm just taking the Patrol for a 3-drop, which also is gonna get a bunch of triggers from my artifacts, which I have now 12 in here, which is quite a lot. Okay, what's the play here? I'm gonna take this, I might want to sideboard into this guy, who knows, maybe I may take it, I'm not sure, but I will take it here. It's the most likely card to be played in this deck, and here I think I can take a retrieval unit. I can play another 4-drop. The Burrowing Razor is not really doing anything for this deck. I don't really care about the graveyard synergies, so I can take this. It's I think a playable card in this deck. Also, it's very cuttable. I don't need the mana production from it necessarily, and I still have a full pack left, and I'm now having 20 non-land cards already. Okay, Fog of War, Giant Growth, Archaeologist. I don't really care about any of these, but Giant Growth might be sideboarded in against some opponent with fight spells or stuff like that. I think I need the interaction more than a non-artifact 6-drop, so I'll take the Desynchronize for now. Probably won't be main decking it, but it's at least something I can use. Post board. Okay, Curate. I'm not gonna play, Curate in this deck, but I will put it there now. I will start getting some improvements in pack 3, I hope at least. Alright, well this already I see 2 cards. There's an Opportunist and a Stern Lesson, which would be fine pickups. There's a Combat Courier, always a fine pickup when you play blue. Allo Animist maybe not so much. I don't have that many Power Stones, at least so far. But I think the pick is rather easy Opportunist. Board Presence and a Power Stone at the same time. Very good with all the artifacts I have here, so let's take it from this pack. Key to the City is good in an aggressive deck. This is not gonna need a Key to the City. I just want to ramp and then overwhelm with my big things. Scrapwork Mat is good still, but I think I'm gonna take the Sprite. It's another way to use my mana, which if I have something like a Gilded Lotus, Battery Bearer, I might have access to a lot of mana with this deck, so I'm going to take the Sprite here. Yep. Okay, now this is a very tough choice now. There's a Baloth and there's a Boulder Branch Golem. Oh. Okay, that is an actual tough choice. Baloth is of course so good on turn 4, but this deck can ramp into this thing, and it also triggers the card draw ability from this Battery Barrier. I think I'm going to take the Boulder Branch Golem, but that's a little bit weird maybe. But it is I think slightly better for this particular deck. Okay, there's an Energy Refractor, but also a Prison Sentence, because I am going to be splashing for white, and I have already the Evolving Wilds here. I will have 1 plains in the deck. Burnished Heart can get me a plains. The Gilded Lotus can tap for white. Don't think there's anything else yet, but I think because yeah, I'm going to do the Sentence, and I really would hope to get the Prison, sorry, the Energy Refractor, or maybe even an Elsewhere Flask back, but I'll take the removal. I don't really have a lot of interaction, so that makes sense. Well, speaking of interaction, epic confrontation, pretty easy pick here now. Yeah, the pack had some other options, but this was just the best one. I really need some ways to deal with the opposing stuff. Okay, Springleaf Drum would help me get the white mana. Oh, there's a Recluse, yet another Bulwark. Don't know if I'm going to play the drum though. I might still. I would really take an Argotin, you know, what's the 1 mana creature instead. But I think I'll take this now over the other options. It will also ramp to my other stuff. So that is actually 15 artifacts. I'm not sure if I'm going to play exactly everything like the Firebomb. But I have a lot of, not a lot of interaction, so I might actually play it. I think I'm gonna cut the desynchronize for sure. So that's what I'm gonna already drop from the deck. Okay, there's the Stalwart. Now there's also a Chromatic Lantern. Well. Actually, I think that this deck might want to have the Lantern more. It helps with the white. Helps also with this this activated ability. Alright, I'm gonna take it over the Stalwart. At least it does combine with the Steel Seeker, unlike the Stalwart there. Okay, so these are sideboard cards for white, because I'm gonna play white. So Riposte versus Disenchant. I think, well, I do have one shoot down. Do I still want to have access to a Disenchant? Yeah, I think it's slightly better. And, well, I guess I can play another Depth Charge Colossus. I don't think I'm gonna main deck both of them, but it's a sideboard option for sure. I can also cut the Curate, I'm not going to play that. And no one is supposed to take an Iconoclast this late. I'm not gonna play this thing ever. 2 mana intensive. So let's just take this away. The Air Marshal definitely won't be a useful card either. I'm just splashing for white. The Power Stone Engineer won't make the cut. I have never sideboarded this in. I just don't think there's really a lot of opportunities to make that a good card. So I'll take the Unplayable Uncommon. Rebuff is a sideboard card I could consider running. And is this a Tokasa's Dig-Site deck? It might be, although I'm not sure, but let's see. Giant Growth, okay. Okay, so as you can see in the end I don't have a lot of blue cards, but there are secret blue cards in here. Coastal Bulwark, you really want this to be a 3-3, and I basically need to have an island early in the game to make this into a 3-3. And then the Depth Charge Colossus is actually a double blue mana cost here, so that's always also something. So that's 29 cards now. I don't think I need a random Mizra's Bauble. I don't need the Giant Growth either. Gaia's Gift might be more like a sideboard card in here against removal. I don't necessarily need it in my main deck. I think I want to play these 3 mana cards just to have an actual mana curve, which is still important, of course. Firebomb, maybe if I need a expensive removal spell, I'm gonna play that. And then this could be a 3-drop, but let's have these like... Well, I guess this can be a 4-drop. I'm gonna cut maybe one of the Colossus. It can be a little bit clumsy against certain kind of decks. So this is now 24 cards with the drum. How about the number of creatures here? Well, it is 18, so I definitely should have things to tap with this guy. I have also the Lantern, I have the Burnished Heart. These things tap for mana, and I can, if I need to, I can cast, this stuff for fairly cheap after all. This gives me a Power Stone. Sadly, I didn't get this turn lesson. I would have really wanted to run one in this deck, but that didn't happen. I think it is a question of whether I'm gonna play the drum or 17 lands. Because with 16 lands and drum, I think it's fine. But I kind of want to play the Dig-Site too, and I don't want to play 16 with the Dig-Site. So how does it go then? Let's count the, count. Check the artifact count, it is 14, so I could easily cut the drum, and I don't even have that much synergy for it. I have some, but for example the Steel Secret, definitely. You know, you always want to have artifacts when you have a Steel Seeker on the battlefield. So it's a big reason to have this high artifact count, but I will have it regardless of having the drum in the deck or not. Yeah, I guess I could see not having always a creature to tap for this thing. So if I cut that and I play the Evolving Bard and the Dig Site, then I would put one planes in the deck. I don't think I have any self-mill here, so I can't at least accidentally mill my planes. And even if I do, I still have, you know, the Lantern, Gilded Lotus at least that can add white. So I have the Evolving Bulge and the Burnished Heart to fetch my white. I don't think I'm going to play two planes because there are two cards that I was sorry, one card that you know would be interested in it, and of course it's this exile ability. This is, by the way, a very good exile ability, especially in this deck. But if I have my planes on the battlefield, then I need either access to the Lantern or the Gilded Lotus. So that's two cards that actually allow me to activate the Tukasia's ability. Yeah, a Nature Refractor would have definitely been good. So do I need a drum? The Perimeter Patrol isn't like amazing, but it's still a good defensive play and it quite often can attack for 4 damage. Yeah, I think the Dig Site is something I'm going to play. Although I have these Surveil cards too. Maybe not Dig Site. Then I could actually play two planes in this deck. I believe that's the difference here. I can have either the Dig Site or two planes, which you know makes it more likely to have these early in the game as playable cards and also more likely to be able to use the exile ability of Tokasia. So, okay, fine. I'm not gonna play the Dig Site because I have a triple bulwark giving me some survival options at least. So this would be the deck. I mean, minus the basic lands. I don't have any other non-basic I'm gonna be playing here. So this is the main deck at least. And this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that can draw me a card with the battery barrier. Now, if I had like 2 of these guys, I might want to fit in the Depth Charge Colossus number 2 as well, or maybe even the Heavyweight Demolisher, but I don't think in the main deck with only one kind of combo or synergy piece for them, I don't want to go too deep to that plan, so I guess this is it. I'm wondering if there's like a good enough payoff to play the Gilded Lotus. Now this does fix my mana a bit, but there's also this can be a 9/9, this can be a 10/10. They are good payoffs, and then I have two Argotian sprites, which also you know enjoy having access to a lot of mana. So I think the Gilded Lotus makes sense in this deck. Now this is a little bit mana heavy, but of course that's how these ramp decks work. I could be flooded in some games, but I have ways to use my mana. The Surveil helps, the counters on here. I guess the least impressive card in the deck is the Stone Retrieval unit, but I guess it still ramps to my stuff, and I can sideboard it away if I feel like that. So I'm gonna add 2 planes here, and then that brings me 14 further basics to run. And yes, remember that the Bulwark actually needs at least 1 island, and I have double blue here if I want to cast it at 6. But I think it's still going to be 8 green and 6 island, yep. Or 8 forest, of course. Lands are not of any color themselves, they only produce some color. Alright, so 6 of these and 8 of these forests. Alright, I don't know how the deck is gonna function, but at least it's a little bit different and could be quite fun too. Okay, I do have a bunch of 2-drops in my deck. I mean, that's 6 in total, I think, but it's still fine. I can get one of my planes with this thing right away. The Burnished Heart might help with the second one if I want to fetch it. Okay, well, there is a 2-drop. Yep, let's have it. The opponent didn't play anything early though, but at least I can... Ooh, the welcome is nasty. So, how to do it? So they're gonna draw a bunch of cards in this game. I have to... Well, at least they don't draw a card from this. They milled another of these, so they can... yeah, they can trade now with the opportunist and have another one of those. It's fine though, I can play my Steel Seeker into Burnished Heart, get some value. Yeah, I don't mind the trade here. Okay, they don't want to trade, that is really good for me. So this into this. Do I get a free card or do I get to... Well, I'm gonna keep this on top with the battery barrier. I'm actually gonna have the 9/9 version. I don't even need the second blue for it. Amulet. Okay, well the welcome hasn't actually drawn anything because it only works when they have 3 or cheaper costing cards. Well, the amulet explains why they didn't want to block with the Gigamole. If I play this, I will have 5 mana for... Well, I guess I can have a Surveil end of turn. So let's do this. Of course I want to play this before I play this, 7 drops, because that will draw me a card. I can actually use the Burnished Heart. That's better. So yeah, because I can tap these other 3. Okay, actually the sacrifice isn't even requiring tap, so I can tap these for mana and 2 of these other guys for mana. Ramp nicely. And I have these 2. Okay, well anyway, there's no attack here, so no reason to do anything. I don't think I can use this and Surveil though. I think I will be 1 short because this has to tap for the Surveil, so I can't tap for the mana. Okay, Gigamole. So are they gonna get a card from the welcome at some point? Okay, now they're gonna get a... Oh, they also have red in their deck. Well, now they're gonna get a card from the Paratrooper. But I'm gonna get cards from the battery barrier. So let's see, I can tap this for mana, and I guess this for mana. Sack this, get my, actually, yeah, island and place. I get all the things I need now, and then I don't have enough mana. I was 1 short of the Surveil there, but actually the land is totally fine here. Let's start with the 9/9 or maybe with the 6/5. If they have a removal, they are going to... I mean, the 6/5 can be blocked quite well with the, the 2, 3, and 4, 4, unless I use the -2, -0 there. That's why I think I'm gonna start with the 9/9. It's also, more efficient use of mana here. So let's play this. Tap this guy for mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is already 9, isn't it? Yes. Draw a card. And then I get to trigger this thing. I will reveal and put it to my hand. Then I can play another Coastal Bulwark. No, I have a 9/9. I assume they will block there with the... they will remove the Colossus, but they still don't have that great of an attack. So I'm gonna tap these guys because I have a double, Bulwark here. So this is fine. That is gonna be kept as well. Right, my deck is doing its thing. Let's see if that's gonna be enough. I can take 1 in the air. Okay, they found the red mana. Another amulet. Okay. So definitely I'll just attack with the Colossus and see how they block. I can use the Ursus command to save it. They can't really take the 9 damage all the time. They might choose to not block it with only one guy, but that wouldn't be bad for me at all. So I can kill both the Onulets, which I will do. Then I will make the guys get -2, -2. -2, -0, I mean. And I won't lose my Colossus. And I think it's easily going to be a tapped big token here now. That I will keep there. They get some life from the leaves the battlefield triggers, no one cares. And I can still play either a Sprite or the Golem. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't be surveilling because I want to draw the Sprite. I kind of waste the... No, I get to draw a card and then I get to do the Sarit Steel Secret thing. So I think I should just tap this for mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is good. So first I will draw a card, then I get the Steel Secret, which could still be a land. Or something that I don't need. Okay, well it was a land. Alright, I'm really doing the thing. I'm really doing the thing here now. I can even untap the Depth Charge Colossus thanks to the Battery Barrier, and I have exactly 3 creatures I can tap for the ability. Yeah, I think I'm outvaluing the opponent by both in terms of card advantage and also creature size. But they have a lot of these Onulets. They don't get many cards from them though. Alright, let's untap this guy. I guess I could... No, I don't care about Surveil. Even a land would be fine with the double Sprite here, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna just play this thing, I guess, to see what the steel... Okay, they don't even care. I mean, of course, this thing just grows. This would be making it into an 8-8. I have 9-9-6-5-8-8 to attack with into that board. So... Yep, I was able to outvalue them. So they have a splash for at least an obliterating bolt, but I didn't see anything other that's removal. Now I think the welcome and the okay, actually the triple onulet means I'm gonna play both the disenchant and the shoot down, and then I have the option to get rid of the the welcome as well. I don't think I have any other room to really make sideboarding because I already have to cut 2 cards. I think the Retrieval Unit is the least impressive card in my deck. What else? Perimeter Patrol is also not really that good against the... I guess it can be a 4 power creature to attack into their board. And this thing is, this at least creates me the Power Stone, so I'm gonna keep this thing, even though it doesn't do much against the Togas's Onulets. This is probably it. I mean, I could play another Depth Charge Colossus, but that might be a little bit too greedy. I seem to have enough, high end here. So I'm gonna sideboard these 2 kill spells and move on. Okay, well, I have a Steel Seeker into Opportunist. Fantastic start. Hoping they don't have a disfigure on the Steel Seeker. And then I can choose to play this on turn 4, assuming I have the 4th land. But this depends on what I'm gonna draw, because this is castable as a 10-10 in this deck, so I might choose to do something else too, but of course I don't have to decide that right now. Opponent mulligans, I will definitely keep it. See if they keep 6 or go to 5. They kept 6, alright. Do they get their splash color mountain, or do they need... Okay, they needed one of the main colors. Okay, that's another trigger for the Steel Seeker. I'm not sure how many bulwarks I want to play in this matchup, because this is only a defensive card, but I think on the draw it's especially a reasonable thing to do, and the Surveil is no bad. I mean, when you don't need it in combat, you can at least surveil with it. Okay, are they gonna miss their second land drop? They did mulligan to 6, so it's possible they kept the one lander, but I'm gonna pause until they do something. Okay, they did find a plains after all. They were just AFK for a bit there. Okay, well, I'm happy about that draw, especially because now I can cast my white cards too. Can't cast the command yet, but no big deal. Alright, so I'm playing this, and I'm actually maybe offering the trade. I do have the Rust Goliath though. Okay, well, I got the value out of it already. The thing is, I'm going to get more value out of it. But I also don't want that. I kind of maybe want to have this. Oh, okay, you know, if I can trade with their 3 drop and while it drew me a card, I'm fine with the trade. And they chose not to. So that's maybe even better because I do have multiple triggers coming up for this thing. Demon, okay. Ooh, Gilded Lotus, that's fantastic. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna get my Rust Goliath here as a 10-10. And I even hit my lands here. Let's... I mean, I'm not attacking with the Steel Seeker into that thing, so I don't have to show them that I have the Bulwark. Which I can, you know, cast Steel with the Gilded Lotus. Lantern is maybe exactly not so needed. Yeah, I mean, if they deal with the Lotus, it's possible I can't use my, you know, double white, you know, activated ability from the Cassia, but I can still find the missing planes from the deck if I draw to Cassia. And that really assumes that they deal with the Gilded Lotus. Gigamo. Do they get a creature? They don't, so it's a 3/4. Alright, so now am I going to play? I think I play the 9/9 first. If they have removal, I prefer them kill the Colossus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 9 here. Oh, I don't even have 10 mana yet, so I forgot I don't have the creature that allows my creatures to tap for colorless. So yeah, this is now the only reasonable play here. Oh, look at this them. I've been so lucky with these draws. I mean, it's really been a lot of draws with this Steel Seeker, but that's why I picked it so high. It can be so good when you get a little bit of luck. And even if you don't hit lands, you can, you know, tune your draws. You might have something you don't want to draw. You can still mill it. And as you can see, the opponent had to deal with it. Okay, oh, I have this thing in my deck. I sort of forgot it. Anyway, let's attack for casual 9 here. Yeah, I mean, this is fun. Like I said in deck building, if this deck won't perform well, at least it's fun when it does its thing. Alright, so of course I'm gonna play the 10-10. Why wouldn't I? Maybe it would be smart to play the dispenser, but I wanna be able to cast this thing. 9/9 and the 10-10 trample here. Oh boy. I'm happy I took the Gilded Lotus. It allows me to do, you know, silly things like this. Is the prison sentence enough to keep this? I think it is. I have more green cards than blue, so I don't... Well, I have a bunch of blue, but even the defender is going to be a 1/3 without an island. I'm gonna keep it because I do have the prison sentence for turn 3. Now, of course, I do hope to find one of my blue, but I have what 6 islands, and this sort of scrying will help me get there if I otherwise don't. Surveilling helps to get there too. Phyrexian Dragonet. So I'm going to sentence it. I could confront it, but because of course double strike only works in combat phase. It doesn't work with fight spells. So I wanna scry into a blue mana. That's the thing. Okay, these are good cards, but Battery Bearer isn't going to be played if I keep any of these on top. That is a shame. I mean, I really like the Golem because it draws me a card from the battery barrier, but I think I just can't really... I can't really keep those. I need to find the blue mana, and I can still, you know, on the next turn I can maybe kill something that has... Okay. I mean, with the confrontation and then have the surveil up, but anyway, none of that happened. What did happen is they didn't do anything yet, but I'm gonna play this, see if they have a counter spell. Don't care really about this patrol getting countered. Could be a stern lesson. Was nothing. Okay, they have another color. Well, I still... Well, at least I have the surveil. So, I will surveil end of that turn. They're gonna get a blood... not a blood token, power stone token. So I'm giving them a little bit of time here, but of course I have a deck that has a good late game, so I'm not too worried about this. Well, I'm a little bit worried, of course, because... Okay, well that's a... At least it's a blocker on my guy, but... Maybe I can... Do I have to kill it? Let's see what I get. I mean, as good as it is with all this stuff, I can't even cast it for 6 on the next turn, so... Let's try to find the island. I know I could have upkeep surveil, but I didn't feel like it. Okay, so am I gonna... No, I'm just gonna do this now. Because I could have, you know, attacked with the patrol, then finish it off with the confrontation after they block with it. Now there's no point, because I'm tapped out, there's no threat of anything they can just block, so... Let's do this. And yes, I did miss my card draw. But once I get the battery barrier, I can still draw a card from the Colossus, so I'm not too worried. Are they actually mono blue? This is double red on Earth. Okay, I still don't get my... I mean, that's a lot of... I have a lot of cards in my deck that can make me get the... I have even scryed and surveilled cards away. I mean, I have the 6 islands, but I have at least 4 or 5 other ways to get access to islands too. Anyway, the opportunist isn't the worst here. They have only 1 mana up, so I can actually kill the Boulder Branch Golem, which I'm going to do. Then I can fly with the Avenger. They have a... Oh. What a fool I am. There's a card in this format that helps them in this particular situation. Well, you know, the good thing is that I might... I might now find my blue mana and then I can maybe get a card out of the Avenger. I will just double block the Golem if they attack. I don't care about my patrol at all. Oh, the opportunist, it did its job already. Okay, not a blue card, double blue instead. Wow. Alright, well, I mean, let's just do this, not much to do. So I can haste it up, but then it will be a 4/4, so it makes no sense. It's actually a little bit ridiculous how I have drawn 50% of the card, because when I count this Cried and Surveilled card, that's almost... I think I've drawn like 19 cards here. Or I have seen the top 19 cards. None of them was a way to get access to blue mana. I think I should maybe start upkeep surveilling, but I just don't think it's necessary. Sadly, I'm gonna save it until I can cast this for... I mean, the 3/5 it doesn't make even any sense here. So let's go to attacks and then make this... I know I could actually trade with the Golem, because this can be, well, just, you know, trade, but I can also give it Death Touch, but I think I'd rather fly with it. I mean, I can still double block the Boulder Branch Golem here. And I'm at 20, I'm not dying immediately. I can surveil end of turn. Should I put an upkeep stop? I mean, I guess I put it now and decide based on my surveil results here. But yeah, this is now... I've seen so many cards and half the deck doesn't have way to get me any blue mana. But it's not like the opponent is doing anything, so... Okay, there it is. Not like my opponent is doing anything, so I'm not actually that... I don't care. Now, I'm going to be able to activate this, then play this, and still have mana for the battery bearer, so I guess I'm doing it. I'm guessing I'm doing it pre-combat, because then that leaves me the option to use the Ursus command, because now all my lands tap for any color, so... Let's first see if they allow me to attack. They do allow me to attack. Then I can make this guy fly. And then I can play the battery bearer finally. And that even allows me to surveil with the, you know, the mana that I can make with the opportunist and the patrol I can surveil. So they can upkeep surveil. So they have gotten a lot of these power stones. I believe they must have some number of might stones animations in their deck. But I'm gonna have a 10-10 and a 9-9, so their ground attacks won't be that great. The Avenger might do a lot of work here unless they get to lock it down. Okay, well that thing will do a lot of work for them. So that's... it's totally game on now. That seems unnecessary at this stage. Because I might creatures tap for, you know, mana. Alright, so let's start with, because they're gonna start drawing cards, I need some big hitters here. Maybe I start with the 9-9, perhaps. I will draw a card from the bearer. So let's start with the 9-9. If they have a answer, I'd rather them deal with that, not the Goliath. Could be a Ursus rebuff here. Defabricate. Okay, that still leaves the mana, sadly, to you know, use the card draw ability, but at least this is a cast trigger, so I get my own card. And then I will of course attack only in the air though. Yep. Who's not gonna block ever here? I guess the battery bearer isn't. Yeah, they're gonna draw 2 there. And they're gonna find an answer to my guy, for sure. Am I gonna play a Bulwark or... yeah, I'm gonna play it because it's actually gonna produce some mana here, so... Yeah, I can... if they wanna attack with the Golem, I don't mind. I don't mind if they wanna attack with it. I don't think I'm gonna block it with double Bulwark, though. More cards, alright. Well, they do have access to so much mana thanks to this thing. Yeah, I gave them a lot of time digging for my own blue. Okay, they are not gonna even get healed because they have the Keeper of the Cadence. You know what? If I could kill this, I would, but my confrontation is here. Oh, but I can still have my Citizen's Arrest. It actually prevents the usage of this ability, because the point is, of course, they can, you know, prevent their self from milling by using this 3 mana ability here. And they, of course, have a handful of cards, so I mean, they're gonna find to tap the lockdown aura on the Avenger. The Avenger isn't gonna deal any more damage here. Well, that also works, but not on this turn at least. Bulwark, yeah, they have a very interesting deck, but how do I push through here? Because they have so many cards. I need to win by milling, or making them deck out, hopefully. Not even sure if it's gonna work against the older cards. Now I draw my islands. I need to be very careful about my... I mean, I can't really fly over any of this stuff. Yeah, because I don't have more than this one flyer, I think. I do have the dispenser, but it's not even gonna be that good here. Patrol doesn't have a good attack. It would have to have... I guess it can have a good attack if I play the Ursus command. Do I have mana for everything here? Let's just do this thing first. I'm gonna tap a few of my Because I need to have 4 mana up here. That's 4. That's 6, 8, 9, 10. Because I need to have this Ursus command up. No, I need to tap one more. Well, then I guess I do tap one more. Let's get this. Cassia, that will be good. Oh, that will be very good. But what I can do now is I can attack. No, I can't both attack with the patrol and give this guy flying. That's sad. So I can't make. I mean, I could have made this a sudden, a surprise 5-3 with the Ursus command. But I guess it's more important to attack with this guy and then just. Keep it flying. They go to 7, but don't know if that's gonna help. But I mean, I'm gonna definitely play this. I can surveil with my creatures, although none of them can, because this has summoning sickness, so I can't do it right now. But the problem is, they can deal with my Avenger. I mean, with the cards in their hand, they can deal with anything. I think I just need to maybe hope that they will draw themselves to death with the 3rd path Savant. Okay, that's gonna deal with the Avenger. Or maybe Tokasia. Tokasia has a good ability. I mean, I can return artifacts. Total mana value 10 or less. Hulking Metamorph. Well, that's gonna be a Boulder Branch column, I guess. No, another Might Stone or Weak Stone, okay. They're gonna... Oh, they chose the wrong thing to... I don't know. They're actually gonna kill my Battery Bearer now, sure. Not the Tokasia. Interesting. But I mean, because it's legendary, of course, when they copy this, they could have chosen to keep the creature version of it, but... Okay, I don't know anymore. All my creatures have Vigilance. Well, I don't think there's much point attacking with anything else because of the amount of toughness they have access to. I can just I can surveil with this thing a lot. Because I do. No, they're still at 7 though. Well, I'm gonna attack with the Rust Goliath first, and then I'm trying to save it. But I mean, they just have an interaction spell there pretty surely. But I guess I just have to leave with it. Can't even kill more than 2 of these guys. But now it's 1, 1, and 4. I take 6 for on the. So I'm gonna do this. Like I would really want to scry and draw, but I think I need my own another big hitter here. So let's do that. Assuming they don't have like a, yeah, I kind of forgot that thing is there, but then again my Tokasia can bring that thing back, so it's not the worst, of course. Don't have mana for it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm lacking 1. Well, I have a lot of surveils up. Curate. Because there's like there is a game plan involving them not, being able to activate this ability and them losing to decking out because they are such. Okay, that's gonna be a fast victory, but well, I mean, this is a forced draw, so they have to. Sadly, they have so much mana now available. They can put a lot of their cards on bottom of their deck. Man, this Keeper of the Cadence is a problem here. I think I'm losing this game because they just drew so many cards here, and I wasn't able to. I basically needed my, I needed my blue mana, in my top 20 cards. Okay, so I don't know if I can sort of well into the pacifism, but It's just not gonna be enough. That can be blocked by enough of the guys, sadly. Yeah, they have 4, 5, 6. They have 10 mana. They can put 3 cards on bottom of their deck now. Even more. They have this too. That's a shame. Keeper of the Cadence is gonna win them the game. Well, I need to do something. It's actually taking a lot of time here. This is the first game only. So if I... Yeah, I don't think I can win with this thing. I need to just find the pacifism and hope the opponent makes a mistake. Yep. I don't even know if I'm wanting to show them my deck. Platinum Dispenser was so good, but now... Man, they would lose the decking if the Keeper of Cadence wasn't here, because they have to draw a card from this column. I'm actually gonna keep the dispenser here and this is horrible, but... What? I didn't want to... I wanted to use the 8 mana ability here. You know, return the Rust Goliath, which can block here. I chose the Surveil. That was the... I mean, I don't think it would have mattered because they can you know, bring back their interaction. Bounce spells, defabricates. I wasn't gonna win because of the Keeper of Cadence. Oh wait, well, I mean that's props to the opponent for getting that stuff to work. But of course, I mean absolutely my top 20 cards didn't have Islands, Evolving Wilds, Lantern, Burnished Heart, Gilded Lotus. That's 7. That's actually 10 cards. 10 cards, any of which would have helped me cast my blue stuff earlier. None of them was in the top 20. Alright. So they have the take flight. I think I want to have. Well, definitely the shoot down works against that, but what else do I need to... I mean, this was such a weird game because I gave them so much time to do their thing, but I suppose they do have here some... The Defabricate, by the way, is very good against my deck. I mean, I guess... I don't need the Coastal Bulwarks. I mean, at least 2 of them will be cut. They are just unnecessary. I will take the shoot down. I think I will take the... Kind of want to have the rebuff too. Maybe desynchronize. Maybe Gaia's Gift. They had some interaction, not a lot though. But I need to push through that stuff somehow. Demolisher, another Colossus here. I guess I can play another Colossus here. So 1 shoot down. This works against also the take flight because the creature gains flying, so I can exile it. The entire creature, not just the enchantment. I don't care about the retrieval unit either. I guess I'll take like 1 Gaia's Gift after all. I'm gonna do that. Alright, this is fine. Let's see how it goes. They have a very slow deck, but so do I. Sure, I'm gonna keep the Dispensary. This is of course a very bad hand, but I mean Dispensary is a card that can win the game and they have a slow deck, so I sideboarded 2 of these out, so actually it's perfect that I have access to 1 of these. Helps me with the Scries. Sorwells. There's their copy of that thing. Well, now I see the blue mana here. Okay, they have some... I saw this in the previous game, but they have some way to push through some damage here. Okay, I guess I have turns 5 and 6 pretty clear now, unless something else happens here. It's kinda unnecessary. At 6 I can cast it though. But the 3-6 won't be good here. I want some better cards. Okay, let's get this thing countered. At least it won't be drawing a card, so it's not that. It will go to exile, by the way, when they use the defabricate on it. But it's not like I can actually afford to. Okay, just the curate first. It's not like I can afford to not do anything here. Plus, if they have a curate and then a surveil, I wouldn't mind. Unless they found... okay, well, that's a threat they need to deal with. It's gonna start drawing me cards very soon. Well, it's like, that's something, but I mean, I don't even care, really. I could play this as a 6-6, but I might play it as a 9-9. I'm not going to be untapping this anytime soon. If I play this now, I'm gonna play this on the next turn regardless, so... might as well play the creature that doesn't require 3 mana to untap. Okay, that actually doesn't... they're gonna draw 2 cards for sure. Doesn't kill the dispenser. Oh, that's really good. I prefer them to... definitely prefer them to, you know... kill that thing instead of you know, drawing 2 cards. Alright, so they did attack, which means they're gonna block, which means they have the bounce spell, which means I'm gonna give them something to bounce. Oh, they didn't even surveil with the bulwark. Interesting. Okay, Firebomb deals with the dispenser then. Fine. But I have a 6-6 now. I have the Agatina Sprite. Hopefully I will find at some point the you know, the white, because it's not exactly I might lose to the Wing Commando in the end. Alright, so let's do the Sprite here now, and then I will just I think I'll make a creature. I don't need a Power Stone. I'll make a creature and draw a card. Yeah, the creature will be... okay, Metamorph copying. Ah, okay, that is... they choose that. Okay, now they must... okay, now they chose the correct one. Alright, so... I have a Gaia's Gift in the deck, but I don't have mana to cast it. Am I losing to this stuff now? Because now I need the Prison Sentence on the Might Stone and Weak Stone. Well... oh, I had the Gaia's Gift, but I mean, there was no point playing it in response. I guess I can, you know, attack into that guy. Hopefully they block or something. I guess I'm gonna keep it here. Burnished Heart. Well, that's something I can use. I'm gonna untap this. Attack. Hope they block. I mean, well, how could they block here? They can't really. They can take 6, go to 8. Problem is I don't have mana to untap it and then Gaia's Gift, and I'm facing a lot of damage here myself. So I guess I'll have to... okay, how to do it? I'm actually losing here. I mean, I'm losing it here if they have a prowess trigger. I have to block the thing. I guess I can try to block the commander, but man, I don't have the mana to you know, play the heart, which would make this into a 3/3 and the Gaia's Gift, for instance. But don't like it at all. I really hope they would just go for the block, but I mean, I think I still wanted to deal the damage there. Well, I mean, I can do only one thing. I can only cast the gift, cast this, or untap the Colossus. I can't do any 2 things. The heart is good because it can get me the plane, so I don't want to jump block. I guess I can jump block with this guy though, so let's do that. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, this is good, but I'm gonna jump block with it. They had it, so I needed to have the gift to block the commando. Okay, I mean, opponent had a really interesting deck, so that's fine. And I kept a very slow hand in this game, but I'm a little bit annoyed still on how I lost this both of these games. But hey, I didn't win a game, so the opponent deserved the win. But yeah, it was mostly annoying because I had the white, removal in my hand, and if I had one of the multiple ways to get the planes, I would have just not lost to that big thing that gained flying. So it was a bit awkward in both games. In the first game I didn't draw my islands in the first half of the deck, and second game I had the answer in my hand without the correct color of mana. Well, I'm not keeping a one lander, so let's mulligan. This is fine. I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because I need to get the planes with this thing, but this is a double caster. So I'm still going to do this because I can scry into an island, hopefully. Opponent also mulligan, so that's fine. Let's get the planes here. Okay, at least something to play here. What? Can't block the sprite. Okay, well there is the island. That's fantastic. That can block my things, but I might use the Ursus command and get a card, I believe. If they block, they might not block, because it's very risky, of course. So now I can just play I think I'll just play the Burnished Heart, right? I can use this as a trick maybe later. I could also Prison Sentence the Wing Commando, because it is a... But then again, I can win the race still. So if they attack for, let's say, 4 or 5, I'm not gonna block the mat for sure. I can take the damage they're gonna deal here now, and I still have the sprites in here. And I can sentence this guy if they don't have anything bigger, more problematic that I need to deal with. Can't block my sprites, so it's going to be now... Going to be what exactly? I can block and sack. Or I can just Prison Sentence and, not block. There's still a possibility that I wanna Prison Sentence something else, so... Oh, I can just use -2, -0, and... Yeah, actually that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna block the mat here. Use the Ursus command. I'm gonna do it first. Let's see if this gets countered. So -2, and do I want to have a card or a creature? The creature won't be that big. I don't think I need a Power Stone, although it wouldn't be that bad with the sprites, but yeah, I'm gonna use -2, -0, and then the creature will always be at least a 1/1. Card might still be more useful, because if I lose the heart, it's gonna be a 1/1. Alright, I'm gonna do this and scry and draw a card. See if this is gonna resolve. I don't need this so badly. I'm not even at 7 mana. So now I can eat this guy. They might have a +2/+0 when first strike, but I'll take that trade. Okay, so I'm still at 14. I still have my prison sentence here. They have a Juggernaut, which is exact. Oh, look at this perfect cheese. Haha. Perfect target for this thing, and then they are in trouble because well, they are gonna be at 4 with no way to really raise me, and then I have this hasty attacker they don't know about, and this can't be blocked by the retrieval unit. These threaten to activate. Yeah. Okay, that's... So they're gonna need something. They have another mod, they discard. They have 4 mana left to deal with the stuff I have. If they would tap out, then of course I have a fairly easy ways to deal with them. Okay, they still do the attacks. No, that's interesting. I mean, this is just no, this is not lethal, but it is with the Avenger. Oh no, that's wrong. This is lethal because I can, of course, they can only block 1 sprite here. So yeah. Let's just, this is it. I'm gonna deal 4 with the unblocked one. They should have left the Wing Commando to block. Okay, so let them add it, but they had at least 2 mods, so they have ways to draw cards to make this guy grow. They have this thing, they have a Juggernaut. Well, that means that I'm gonna play at least the shoot down here. How about disenchant? Is that important? That's less important, but I like the ability to also deal with the Wing Commando. And then I like to exile the unearth guys, Juggernaut being a perfect target, but I wouldn't mind exiling a mod even though it costs a lot of mana. So now I'm going to cut a card here. I do like the Perimeter Patrol because it's a good blocker on the mod. I think I could cut one of the bulwarks. They have this flyer, so this might not be that important. Yeah, this is the sideboarding. I could actually have the guy's gift there, but oops. I didn't actually see a lot of interaction from them, but it's a blue-red deck. It's gonna have something that targets my guys. I will keep this one. Steel Seeker could maybe do some work. Okay, very happy to draw the blue mana for the Urza's command in there. So let's see if I'm gonna play the Sprite or the Steel Seeker on the next turn, because if I play the Sprite I want to play the Steel Seeker on turn 3. Because then I can use the retrieval unit for double triggers. If I draw the 4th land. Okay, let's see if they have an excavation explosion here. Okay, they didn't bluff attack. I wouldn't have blocked. Alright, that is a land. This is great. So, I could attack here. But am I gonna hold the Swift Spear back by... Because the thing is, if I don't attack... But this is still 2 damage. I think I'm gonna deal the 2 here, because it's a little bit risky that... they're gonna still attack, and I wanna have the race still going on here. I will take at least 3 here. But I wouldn't have blocked with the Sprite or double blocked with these guys, because a single Whirling Strike would make it a really risky thing. And if this blocks alone, they only need something like a curate to make it a bad block, so let's see what they're gonna find here. What? Discarding. Sibling rivalry. Okay, now that's something. If they have a Pendragon Strongbull, they can steal my artifacts. Okay, they go for the tempo play here. Alright. That's what they can do. I can myself just attack for 2, play my battery bearer. Of course, if they keep having interaction, I have no way to win here, but that's how it goes. I don't even have double green, so even if I played the stone retrieval unit here, I wouldn't be able to get the rust collet down unless I specifically drawn a forest. Latinum Adept, well that means they have only one attack in the air. And then I can start doing things which involves playing the Steel Seeker, and then I think I can just play the retrieval unit then. Get a couple of triggers for the Steel Seeker, get the Power Stone regardless. That's gonna be, yeah, 1 on land for this turn. Yep. Now I will take some damage from the Adept. I don't think I'm gonna block it, but of course the retrieval unit can block a lot of things. Okay, the Adept will be a 4/4 now. So even a double block won't kill it, so I take 6 at least. Okay, now that I did draw the forest, I can actually just play this as a 3/5. I don't need it as a 10/10. I just need to play blockers here, and this is a good blocker. As long as I can stabilize here, I will of course have the superior late game with all the stuff here. I do need to deal with the Adept somehow, but then again my Colossus can be a 9/9, so it can cause some trouble for them, but they still seem to have a castable thing. They're just figuring out what are they casting. Mistress Domination on that guy. Alright, that is nasty. I'm taking 9 here. Ah, this is really bad. Don't really think there's anything else. I need to find something good, like an epic confrontation. That's what I need. That's not it. So I'm losing in the air. I can make this into a 2-powered thing if it does not, if they don't prowess anything. But that's probably still my only chance, because I need to block these ground guys too. And the -2/-0 might be needed here. If I play this, that's kind of the only thing I can do here. And then they will have the mutt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I can do is I can play, I guess, the Lantern and then the Ursus command. That's pretty much it, I feel. So I just need to hope they don't have a prowess trigger for this thing. Because then it will be 5 power, and with -2/-0 it's still going to be enough. Now I don't have to care about the mutts, they will be 0 power. Swift Spear will be 0 power. I can double block the Latinum Adept. But 1 prowess trigger and I lose. So do I want to have a card or a Power Stone, or what exactly? creature will be quite big too. How do I block here? That creature, by the way, will enter tapped, so that cannot participate in blocking. So let's go to blocks now, and do I want to kill the adept? Or do I want to kill the Mutt and the Swift Spear? I guess I can kill the adept and one of these. Then I will lose the... No, I won't lose the barrier because it will be a 3 power guy only. So I should do this, and I should do this, I believe. Yeah, this is fine. Now let's see them have a prowess trigger. Of course, they don't need to do anything right now. They need to, of course, sort the blockers, so that's why they have sort of a priority. They might still not have an instant here. So, card or a big token. I need to win the game too. I need my... Rust Goliath can be cast as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I get the Power Stone, I don't think I want to though. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the Power Stone, then I tap a couple of guys. I think it might be good enough. Okay, I'm gonna actually make the Power Stone here. Oh, they have something. Well, that game is over then. A shame. I tried my best. They must have an instant speed effect and it will trigger prowess. Unless it's like a flash creature, but I don't think there is one. Okay, come on. Whirling Strike. Well, they had it, you know, all, so they say. Gaia's Gift I'm gonna have now, yeah, for sure. Could be important against the rivalry too. And then I will not need, maybe I will cut another bulwark because I still think that the flyers are the problems there. Well, only one flyer that I saw, but I have a pretty good ground. I mean, my ground creatures are good, and I don't think I care about those that much. I will be on the play anyway. I do it like this. Maybe giant growth. Nah. No. This is fine. Okay. Final game of the event. And the video. So let's see if I can get my 2 match wins or not. Hopefully not a mulligan this time. I guess it's not a mulligan because I can surveil into lands. And if I just draw naturally a land, I can have some kind of game here. This is a good blocker against Mats, even as a 1-3, so... Okay, land was definitely a good one, but maybe some other color producing lands too. Okay, they have an Iconoclast, which is sad. I'm gonna have the Patrol right now, because I might be able to push through some damage. With the Burnished Heart. Oh, definitely. Do they wanna... These are not so good when I know about them, so they just chose not to do that, understandably. Okay, this is fine, I get to attack for 4. Yeah, when the opponent knows about the counter spell or the Whirling Strike, they are really not that good. Oh, they actually allow me to kill the Iconoclast. What? Wow. I didn't expect that to happen. I don't care about the Archaeologist at all. Don't kill the Burnished Heart, please. I would really want to get an island and a plains. Okay, they have their own bulwark. Interesting. Oh, I can just lucksack here around. Oh, that's fantastic. Alright, well, that island draw was really good. I have 2 mana, so I can't sack this yet, but they need to deal with the battery barrier instead. Retrieval unit. Alright, well that's really different game than the previous one. These are defensive cards. I don't care about them having access to those. Well, that's quite the card. If I play this, I will have 5 mana left over, which is just about not enough to, yeah, to cast the stuff here. So I suppose I stop with this. And I even hit the land here. That's something to they need to deal with, because I can start attacking for 6. They don't have a good blocks for it now. I can yeah, kill these 3-3 and the 2-3 if they double block, and if they double block with the 1-4. Okay, well that's a good card, but I already drew a card. I think they would need to kill the battery barrier because it is actually more troublesome, but I guess they wanted to deal with the 6, take care of the 6-5 too. Okay. So do this. Oh, I guess I was a bit foolish. I don't have the Gaia's Gift up now. I think I could have had it up. But I'm gonna definitely do this now. Just to draw a card. I guess I couldn't have kept it up. So I can attack with a... No, I can't. If I give it haste, it's a 4-4, they can double block. So forget about that. But of course now I have so much mana that I don't even need to sacrifice the Burnished Heart. But they have a lot of mana too, thanks to these Power Stones and White Stone and the Weak Stone here. So it's not over, but at least the opponent isn't gonna just beat me with a random flyer now. Sadly, I can't use the Gaia's Gift now. So they did deal with my threat now. I can't really draw any more lands because I need some actual gas here. I could surveil upkeep, but I guess I didn't. Okay, well that's awkward. I have a lot of expensive cards I can draw into. Maybe I'm supposed to thin my deck with the Burnished Heart, actually. I mean, a 2-2 isn't gonna do much. I'm gonna get the lands out. Alright, Tyrant of Carriages. Well, I'm gonna protect my guy, but I'm still gonna lose to this guy. Still gonna lose to it. Because it flies and fire breeds. Well, I have one with some bombs myself, so let's first I'll tap it for mana. Sack it. It's not gonna do anything against their board, and I don't wanna actually just prefer to thin my deck. I should get maybe this and surveil. Sprite is good, but how good is it in this current situation? I have a bunch of time, and it will actually be... I think it is good enough. I'm gonna draw it, because I can start pumping it right away. But it's not the greatest card here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 5, 6. I don't have a mana for another. I'm still playing all my lands here. I don't have a Stern Lesson in the deck. Okay. No attacks, I guess. Stop and upkeep. If they can like bounce or lock down their Sprite. I still have, you know, a Epic Confrontation and a Shoot Down to deal with this thing. And I think the other white aura to Prison Sentence or what? Citizen's Arrest. I don't recall which of them. But that is at least 3 answers on that Tyrant. Another flutter. Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. 2-power flyer is gonna add to their, decrease their clock. The card that usually isn't that great. But man, Well, I only need to find my, you know, answer on the Tyrant. Yeah, I can take here now 8 damage this turn. I can take 8 without still immediately losing. But that is, you know, I can also get my 10-10 by the way. Yeah, 10-10 will work too. Unless they have the steel thing. They might have a steel, you know, the sibling rivalry here. Okay. Okay, the Excite Mentor can get me the Archivian Avenger and the, well, or only one of these two. It has to die first though. It only works when it's in the graveyard. So how do I do it? I do get more Surveils out of it though. But I'm dead on the next turn. I'm not quite dead. I'm close to. So I think I'm still taking it. Yeah. So the sprite can attack for a bit of damage, but it's not a 2-turn clock. Especially because they do have an archaeologist they can use to block. Do they actually have another response? I mean, they're thinking about something. What are they thinking? They have a bulwark up, but do they have something else up too? I mean, I might just be losing to the Tyrant of Carriages here. I mean, I am definitely losing to that currently, but if I can't find the answer, that's exactly the card I will lose to. But I have had good bumps in my events too, and won because of them. But they apparently do have something. I don't know what are they thinking here, because it doesn't even do anything with the ability unless it is in the graveyard. So they have a bounce spell in addition to all this. They don't even need to bounce anything, they are at 20. If they have a bounce spell, they should just, you know, let things happen, and then if I have a blocker on the flyers, then bounce that thing. Yeah. Why are they using so much time there? Okay, so now I can attack with the sprite. I could attack with the battery bearer, but they can double block with the 3-3 and the 2-3. It doesn't really do anything. So at least it will have vigilance, so it can tap. Okay. Tap for the surveil and tap for mana to pump it. Okay, so I can put some counters on it. Oh man, the 5th gear Drake was somehow annoying because it's also a little bit, no, not so great card, but it adds to their clock in the air. I'm sure they get at least 1 turn off from their clock because of that. So I don't know what the opponent is just wasting time for. I mean, I have no cards in my hand. They have perfect information. They actually choose to bounce that guy for some reason. Sure. There is the sentence. Do I have time to actually... I mean, I'm taking so much damage, and I still have to deal with the Swift Gear Drake. Oh, this is so bad. But they definitely should have left the machine or matter on their own thing when I sentence it. But okay, let's see how much. That's 6 plus 2. That's 8 damage. I guess I go to 6 only. And then I can take a couple of attacks from the Drake. But man, it's gonna be tough. They sort of well to bitter reunion away. So that means they have a card in their hand that they wanna keep. Alright. That's not good news. Because they could have played this and discard whatever they were holding it to draw 2 fresh cards. Okay, at least that's an island, not a mountain, because this Tyrant of Carriages is gonna deal to me 6 damage. I'm taking 8 now. Going to 6. Unless they have red spell they wanna cast. They don't. Alright. No blocks from me. No surveilling is important. I wanna... Keeper of the Cadence. What? This opponent... Is this the same opponent I had? No, it's not. Another one of those. That's weird. I guess it's actually quite good against the Takasis thing, but at least I am not giving them any information about my turn yet. Although I might want to give vigilance to my guy, right? Let's give it vigilance. I could attack with the battery barrier because... Oh, well, actually they could put everything in front of it and I would lose it. That's a bad idea. Let's not do that. I guess they start jump blocking now. So now I just need that they don't surveil into anything amazing here. I get to scry. That's good. Another sprite is probably good. I still need to... I mean, I don't know. I guess I will surveil into a... I mean, I need to deal with the Swift Gear Drake very soon, but... I mean, on the other hand, they have only one blocker on the sprite here. The Keeper of the Cadence. Yeah, but I do need to, you know, find an actual answer on this thing. I hope they surveil this to the graveyard, because if they keep this, I don't know. Okay, they have just a Latam adapt. Now they draw a random card. Hopefully just a land. And not a flyer, especially not a flyer, because I wouldn't be able to survive. Oh, but do I have a bipolar branch column? No, it's here. Can't gain life. Can't gain life. They are really using a lot of time here. Do I have to pause the recording until they do something? Because, I mean, if they drew a land, there's not much of a decision for them. They attack with the Swift Gear Drake and that's it. Don't play another flyer, please. What's taking so long? I mean, it's either a creature they can play now, or it's something they don't want to play now. Why is it causing them time to... I mean, why... No, well, maybe it is something, the interaction that they're not sure if they should use right now or not. Anyway. Let's attack, I guess. I could attack with both the 4-5 and the 8-8 here. I mean, both 4 power creatures and... yeah, I guess that is what I'm supposed to do now. They seem... yeah, they are holding something, so they did draw an interaction spell. Well, that's a shame. That is a shame for sure. But there's not much I can do about it. So if the sprite is... I mean, basically they would have to jump block now. If they have nothing in there. If they just had a land, they would have to jump block with the Keeper of the Cadence, because of course. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do here. So am I gonna just deal this 8 here? It doesn't matter too much to deal 10 or 8 here. So I'm gonna actually let this just go. And now I need to hope they don't have a Whirling Strike. That's what I need to hope. Because of course I have a lethal attack on the next turn with 2 sprites here and all this other stuff. No, Whirling Strike. Ah, what a game. They can use the Keeper of the Cat. Oh, yeah, of course they had this ability too. Yeah, I kind of forgot it. Yeah, sure, I don't think it matters really. Because I'm winning with the board I have here now. And I can surveil into an answer maybe to the Drake. Okay, that's what they had mana for. Now, okay, they tap that, so they can't. That means they can't block with that. Okay, that was a good sign. That went to graveyard. And now let's see if that's gonna be a Whirling Strike. Because I know they have that in their deck. such a thriller. I mean, I have, no cards in hand, so the opponent has perfect information. They are just slow playing and being rude if they don't immediately do the Whirling Strike. Okay, they have another shot to find one. Discarding a card, which is Iconoclast. Okay, they have two of them. Wow. Okay, now this was a random card. Was it something that allows them to win? And this is an artifact creature, so I'm still having a lethal attack because both of these sprites will be lethal because I can put counters to this thing. It will be a 6/6 on my turn if I so wish. So they need to, if they didn't draw a win, they need an interaction, or they need, alternatively they need a non-artifact blocker. Well, they are using a lot of their time now. So I guess they didn't find a victory there. Otherwise they would have already won. Drake attacks me to 2. That's kind of like their only way to try to win by... So and then they only need to have some kind of a way to deal with one of my sprites. Yep. Oh, they had another flyer, but actually they have to block with that. But it doesn't matter if they have a lethal attack on the next turn regardless. So now I had to just surveil. I have to surveil into... I have 4 surveil. I should definitely have an upkeep stop here. Yeah, they can do that. I don't care. Alright. Surveil. Nope. Surveil. Nope. I have answers in my deck. Surveil. That's one. That is one. So now they are forced to block with the 2/5 and the 2/2 here, and then they have to jump with the mat as well. Hopefully they don't find an excavation explosion. There's no way for me to like win immediately. Yeah, I guess I could have surveilled into a removal, but that's not so likely. So yeah, there's not really much. I'm just going to attack with all these. They have vigilance anyway. So they're gonna get another draw with the mat, being unearthed. And I will have mana up, of course, too. I need to leave 4 mana up. I should probably do this on the upkeep. No, I should maybe... I mean, if they draw a counter spell, that's really horrible. I'll think about it. Here I'm gonna have to pump this guy to make the keeper die. And that is it. So do I let them to draw a potential counter spell, or do I want to Urza's command so that they have already committed to that? No, the lethal. No, I should do it in the upkeep. I definitely should do it in the upkeep. I will lose to a +2/+0 and first strike anyway. Nothing can change that. So, do I want to surveil? Because I will have mana to cast a 2-mana spell after that, so maybe I should. It's really tough because I can do a bunch of things. Because Cry and Draw allows me to still use a 2-mana. But is there anything at 2-mana? I mean, if I had a gas gift but left, but I don't have it. So what is a 2-mana card I can draw that can actually help dealing with the Drake? Actually, yeah, there would have been a the exiled artifact enchantment or flyer, but I don't have mana for that anymore. I should have tapped my creatures for the counteracting ability. I think I'm not gonna just be able to find anything against the... Okay, I'll let them surveil first for sure. Hopefully that goes to graveyard. If that doesn't... Okay, so now before they draw anything, I'm gonna do this, and then they have 2 outs to find us to their strike. Mutt helping there too. Alright, well, it is what it is. Scry draw. I guess I did mostly everything I could here. Dispenser kinda unnecessary, I believe. I mean, it's really good, of course, but I don't know if there's anything for 2. Let's keep it, whatever. I don't think there's anything I can cast for 2 mana that's gonna... Because I didn't bring in the side disenchant. That's the thing. I hope they mutt immediately, because that's gonna give them another chance for a whirling strike, and that will be exactly lethal. The card in their hand was just a mountain, and there we go. Whirling strike for the win. Excavation explosion for the win. Okay, I hope they are not slow playing a victory here, because again that's their only way to win, so they can't play around anything. Whatever, I'm gonna do it like this. Another mutt button with no cards in hand. Wow. Okay, what a thriller of a match. I guess now I don't feel so bad about losing the second match, because this third match was quite something. Okay, so the sprites were... It was the correct decision, I believe, to leave the second sprite on top, because that made my clock faster. Because I needed these 2 unblockables here, or you know, massive threats that they had to start jump blocking, and which the artifact creatures couldn't kill. So yeah, I found the answer on the Tyrant on the last possible moment, and the opponent didn't find their ways to deal the remaining 2 to me, which was quite exciting, if nothing else. Okay, so I got my second match win in the event. The mono blue deck in the second match was well, I mean, I'm still gonna say that if I got my island faster in the game 1, and if I had one of my ways to get white mana in game 2, it would have been, you know, at least not so obvious of an outcome, but of course that kind of stuff happens in limited, so, and in constructed too. Other than that, it was at least a very fun deck. I didn't actually do much with the Platoon Dispenser, so this bomb didn't contribute to my victories that much. It was more like the Battery Bearer, which was my first pick in the draft, that allowed me to my deck to perform. And the Urha's command was, you know, actually maybe the best it has been for me, because sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming, but this deck was really important in this event. I'm gonna respect it a little bit more maybe in future. And I got to play a 10-10, 9-9, draw multiple cards from the Battery Bearer, got to got to do the surveil thing. When your entire team has vigilance and surveil 1 without using mana, it's really strong to find the card you need, as was witnessed in the last game there. Okay, but fun archetype, maybe not the strongest, but definitely something that can at least put up a fight. And the Arcothian sprites, yeah, that was also something that's really important here. In this kind of decks, that your 2-drops can also do stuff late in the game, because you have to maybe play some of these defensive 2-drops, so you need to have still a good threat density. You can't just count on having like 5 expensive creatures, because some opponents can just deal with all of them. Alright, that was it, and I will see you in the next video then. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.